Hi everybody, I am Jennifer Merle Hampshire, and this episode is brought to you by whispersandink.net. Thanks for joining me today. I am super excited to share with you some cute little table additions that you can add to your Thanksgiving or fall dinner planning, I guess. You're going to need the Gather Together stamp set, dies, and the designer series paper. And you're going to need a couple other things, but we'll go through those as we go. This is the little pillow boxes that you get, and there's 10 in the package. And so a customer had mentioned, I did remember the pillow box with the pumpkin on it, the Give Thanks pumpkin. But what I did, one of the customers, I was showing it to her, and she said, oh, that would be, we used to use those for putting our silverware in. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how super cute of an idea is that? So I decided to do something up so that we can talk about these cute little things. And I'm going to put the stamp set aside. We're going to use Pretty Peacock and then the Crumb Cake ink. I already showed you a video, and I'll put a link in the blog. I already showed you the video on how to make these little boxes. Great for candies or after dinner mints or whatever. And the saying is, may this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year. And I know you're asking me, where did I get that cutout for that? I'm going to show you, because we're going to add a few things. Now this here is a nesting label, and I'll show you which of the ones that I used. But this would be stamps, ink, and paper, because we did the little wheat as the background, and then the 2 pieces of the designer series paper, and then your Gather Together sentiment, which is on Pear Pizzazz. And I pulled the Pear Pizzazz because it kind of pulled in the green that from the napkin that I had. But you guys, it doesn't matter. You use what you have, but you know, I'm kind of funny when it comes to the color coordinating. But anyways, all right, so I'm going to put this to the side as well, and I'm going to leave it right up there just for your inspiration. Here is the stitched nested label dies, and it comes without the magnet in it, but it comes pretty much set up like this. And I used the biggest one that was on this side. In regards to what the measurement is on it, I'll post it on my blog. And when I post, I'll post from end to end what the sizing is. So make sure to check out the blog. And I try to cut it straight, so, because you'll never know, if I come up with something, I'll use this other cutout portion. So we need this. And I'm going to put that just like that so I don't forget to tell you how or what the size was. And this is where the Crumb Cake ink comes in. And remember my black piece of scrap cardstock, and that's what I use to make sure that there's no remnants of the bottom part of the wheat. So what I did is I took my awesome gingham piece, kind of figured out where I wanted to place it on the nesting label, and I did want it to hang over. That was planned that way. So I'm going to end up putting my black piece about there. And a lot of it'll get covered up. I just want to be able to not have the stems on the other side. And so we did, and I stagger them. all a little bit taller, a little bit shorter, and then we're going to flip it around and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Well, that got there. And we're going to put that there so that we can see all the wheat pieces. And we're going to put our black piece there. Now, if you were to look really close at this black piece, and I'll show you in just a second. There's our extra wheat. If you look really super close, there it is. You can see the crumb cake on there, but once it dries, because I've used this a lot, once it dries, you don't really get to see it. So there's our wheat, and that worked out perfect. We get to see all of the pieces of the wheat. So we're just going to use our tape runner, and we're going to cover the unfinished parts, I guess, in the middle, just like that. And I changed up this piece because I'm using a lot of scraps. I had this piece and even this cut here because I tried it with something else and I didn't like it. So I'm using up all my scraps from making all my cards and the sampler and everything else. So we're going to put this here. Don't want anybody left unloved. So there's our Cajun Craze layer. But this is where things are going to get fun. We're going to add a couple of maple leaves and a pumpkin because we're going to add 3 things. This counts as 1. We're going to stamp the gather together on this in the Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to close up this crumb cake. And I was talking to a demonstrator friend of mine, and she was saying that she, with her photopolymer, a lot of times she stamps it with her piercing mat underneath, or yeah, stamps with the photopolymer stamps with the piercing mat underneath, which we've done before, but she also holds it down for a count of 3. And then her image gets to be a little bit crisper. And so I figured, oh, I'll try it and see if I've noticed a difference. I have to admit, I noticed a difference. So we're going to take this and we're going to put, we'll do 2 dimensionals. And we're going to add that just like we did to the first one. Just like we did to the first one. Here's the second one. And then we're going to add in, now do we want to go with the same gingham? I don't think so. We're going to add our leaves. And you know, I always try to, I set it out to make sure that I like it first. And I'm thinking that's the way that we're going to go. But I want to pull in that sentiment. And I want to show you how I did that. So we're going to open up our Pretty Peacock again. And I'm going to read the saying again. May this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year. We're going to stamp that. And again, we're going to hold it. And then we're going to lift it up. And it's crooked. But that doesn't matter. We're going to pull in our label. And you guys, I don't remember what the name of this label is. Doggone it. I'll have to look it up. So we're going to take the sentiment and we're going to make sure that it's straight. And you want to bring it either on one side or the other. And I brought it over to this side because, and I'll show you why. So here is, there's our sentiment, and that's on the mint macron. And I have a piece of scrap that has a glue dot on it. And I'm going to put that glue dot on the portion. And that's going to help me to control, make sure that you get about the same from end to end. And there's our small sentiment punch out. You have that scrap, but that's okay because this is so cute. And I'm not liking, to be honest. Not digging that. So I think, oh, there we go. And we'll do that and that. There we go. That's much better. Much, much better. So we're going to use glue dots for our maple leaves. And you guys, you want to make them kind of all over because when leaves are falling, they don't fall straight. And I just put the glue dot in the wrong spot. Can we salvage it? Yes, we can. So there's that. And I'm liking that. Oh, look at this. You guys, I ran out of glue dots. Well, we're going to have to go to snail. Put a little bit of snail up there. Yeah, I hear you saying, Jennifer, good planning on that part. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to do a little dimensional on this one. Now you should remember on the same video that I did this is I showed you how I cut that out using the die cuts that are in the set. And if you don't remember, there'll be a link. Both here in the blog will probably be where the link is at to the video. But there is one step up, adding the die cuts. There's two. And then I think we're going to do a little bow. Just a freestanding. I don't do a lot of freestanding bows. But I love the crumb cake with this set. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are shocked that I didn't use all the gingham. I actually tried to, didn't like it. I think we'll put that bow right there. The best way to put this bow on, now you could do rhinestones on this. You could do even the holiday rhinestone basics would be cute because there's some mint macron in there, and I think that's supposed to be a gold, which would be pretty with that. But I'm going to be a little tight with this and not give up my rhinestones. And I need to fix this bow is not cooperating. There we go. Put that on the glue dot and take your pick tool. And hold it on for a second. And there you go. And here is, and I'll pull one of those out. Here is our second place setting or silverware holder or whatever you want to say. There we go. There's the second one. All same concept, just added a couple things. If you have any questions about what you see today, if you still need these supplies before Thanksgiving, you still have time. Use the host code on my website or my blog, or it's available on Facebook. I'll also put the link to it down, or the information in the comments below. Please don't forget, if you learned something and you enjoyed this video today, go ahead and comment and like, and feel free to share. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day getting crafty, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.